After 70, too much walking can age you faster. Do this instead. Have you ever gone out for a long walk thinking, this is good for me, I should do more of this, only to come home exhausted, sore, and feeling older than ever? Maybe your knees ache, your back tenses up, or you find yourself needing the whole rest of the day to recover. You're not alone. It's something I hear from a lot of folks over 70. You've been told your whole life that walking is the best exercise, right? But here's the surprising truth most people never talk about. Walking too much after a certain age can actually speed up aging. That might sound strange at first. Isn't walking gentle? Isn't it better than sitting on the couch all day? Of course, but like many things in life, more doesn't always mean better. Especially after 70, your body changes. Your joints, your muscles, even how your heart and lungs respond to exertion. What used to feel refreshing might now leave you drained. And if you're not careful, the way you walk and how much you walk can wear your body down faster than you think. Now don't worry, this isn't a message telling you to stop moving or give up exercise. Far from it. In fact, staying active is still one of the best things you can do for your health. But it's all about how you move and making some smart changes that actually protect your joints, boost your energy, and keep you feeling younger, not older. So today, let's have a real conversation about what walking too much can do to your aging body and what to do instead. This might be one of the most important shifts you make in your daily routine, and I promise it's simpler than you think. You won't need fancy equipment, a gym membership, or a personal trainer. Just a bit of awareness, a few tweaks, and a willingness to listen to what your body's been trying to tell you all along. Let's start with something you may have already noticed. When you go on a long walk, especially one over 30 or 40 minutes, what happens afterward? Do your feet throb? Are your hips stiff? Do you feel more tired than energized? That's your body trying to keep up with a rhythm that might not match your current needs. You see, walking is technically a repetitive movement. Every step, every impact, especially on pavement, sends force up through your ankles, knees, hips, and spine. In a young, well-cushioned body, that's no big deal. But after 70, your cartilage isn't as thick, your joints aren't as forgiving, your muscles may not bounce back as quickly. Now think about this. If walking too far or too often starts to feel more like a chore than a pleasure, it's not helping you age well, it's draining you. That doesn't mean you're weak, it means your body is smart. It's telling you, I need a new approach. And here's the first big shift to consider. Shorten your walks, but make them smarter. Instead of aiming for one big walk a day, like that 5,000 or 10,000 step goal people love to throw around, try breaking your movement into several short, focused bursts. A 10-minute walk after each meal, for example, is far gentler on your joints and does wonders for your metabolism. It also gives your heart a consistent, manageable rhythm to follow instead of long stretches of pounding or overexertion. Plus, here's something fascinating. Not all movement is created equal. Recent studies have shown that after 70, what helps most isn't just cardio, it's movement that supports balance, flexibility, and strength. Because the number one thing that accelerates aging, it's not lack of walking, it's falls, it's stiffness, it's losing confidence in how you move. That leads us to the second shift. Swap some of that walking time for strength-based movement. And no, I don't mean heavy lifting at the gym. I'm talking about simple, controlled exercises you can do right at home. Things like standing up and sitting down from a chair, slowly, with purpose, holding onto a counter and lifting one leg at a time, gentle squats or wall push-ups, even lifting a can of beans while you breathe deeply and focus on posture. These movements do something walking never can. They preserve your muscle mass. After 70, muscle begins to fade faster unless we actively work to keep it. And when muscle goes, so does your stability, your energy, even your metabolism. So instead of walking until you're tired, build a body that feels strong even before you step out the door. And here's a little trick I love sharing. Movement snacks. Just like you might grab a little something to eat between meals, you can add tiny bites of movement into your day. Walk to the kitchen and back, then do a few heel raises. Reach your arms overhead while you breathe in deeply. March in place during a commercial break. These little bursts don't wear you out. and they keep your joints lubricated, your blood flowing, and your body feeling alive. It's easy to think that being tired after a walk is normal, that it's just part of getting older. But here's what I want you to remember. Exercise should give you energy, not take it away. If it's draining you, if you're stiff or sore after, it's not the right kind of movement anymore. Your body is changing, and that's okay. You just need a new strategy that matches where you are now, not where you were 30 years ago. So the next time you lace up your shoes and feel like you should go for that long walk, pause for a second. Ask yourself, will this energize me or exhaust me? Then choose a shorter walk. Do a few strength moves instead. Take a little stretch break. Your body will thank you, not just today, but 5, 10, even 20 years from now. Now that we've explored how too much walking can wear you down and how to move smarter instead, let's shift gears a little because movement isn't just about how far you go. It's also about how well you move. And once we start thinking in terms of quality over quantity, everything begins to shift. You stop chasing step counts and start tuning into what your body truly needs to stay youthful, steady, and strong. Let's talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention. Your posture and walking form. After 70, many people unknowingly develop subtle changes in the way they walk. The shoulders begin to hunch forward, the head juts out slightly, the arms don't swing as much, and the stride shortens. These may seem like small adjustments, but over time, they can create a ripple effect throughout the entire body. Think of your spine like the frame of a house. If the frame begins to tilt or sagging, even slightly, it affects everything built around it. Your balance suffers, your joints take on more stress, and your muscles have to work overtime to keep you upright. That's why just walking more, especially with poor posture, can accelerate wear and tear. You might think you're doing something good for yourself, but if your form is off, you're reinforcing patterns that contribute to stiffness, imbalance, and even falls. So what can you do instead? The answer is simpler than you might expect. Start paying attention to your posture before you even begin to walk. Stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Lift your chest slightly, not in a forced way, just enough to create space. Gently pull your shoulder blades back and down, like you're tucking your wings into your back pocket. Let your arms swing freely by your sides. And here's the most important part. Look up. Your body follows your gaze. And when your eyes are forward and lifted, your whole frame aligns naturally. Now, don't worry if that feels a little awkward at first. It's completely normal. Most of us develop habits over decades, and changing them takes time. But this one shift, just walking with better alignment, can dramatically reduce pressure on your joints and increase your energy output. Another thing to keep in mind, walking on hard surfaces ages your joints faster. Sidewalks, driveways, shopping malls, they don't give you any bounce. Every step you take sends a jolt upward through your knees, hips, and lower back. Over time, this repeated impact can lead to micro tears, joint inflammation, and more fatigue than benefit. That's why one of the best things you can do is switch up your surface. Walking on grass, dirt paths, or even rubbery playground tracks provides a little give, which can protect your joints while still giving you the movement you crave. Even better, alternate walking days with something lower impact, like gentle Tai Chi, water aerobics, or balance training. Speaking of balance, that brings us to a powerful alternative most people overlook. You see, after 70, balance training becomes more important than distance walking. Why? Because balance is the foundation of safe movement. Without it, your risk of falls skyrockets. And unfortunately, one serious fall can change everything. But the good news is, balance is something you can improve at any age. You just have to practice it daily. And you don't need to take a class or buy special gear. You can start right now. Try standing on one leg while brushing your teeth. Hold the kitchen counter and slowly lift one foot off the ground, then the other. Shift your weight side to side. Turn your head slowly while standing in place. These small movements fire up the stabilizing muscles in your feet, ankles, hips, and core. They remind your brain how to find center and stay there. What's truly amazing is how quickly your body responds. Within just a few weeks of practicing balance, You might notice you're walking more confidently, getting up from chairs more easily, and even sleeping better because your nervous system feels more secure. But balance isn't just physical. It's also about how you spend your energy throughout the day. Many older adults fall into the trap of doing too much good stuff, too much walking, too much cleaning, too much helping others, without enough recovery. That leads to chronic fatigue, irritability, and yes, faster aging. So here's another gentle but powerful shift. Build more recovery into your routine. I'm not talking about napping all day or becoming sedentary. I mean intentional rest. Sit with your feet up after a walk. Breathe deeply, stretch slowly, sip something warm and nourishing. Let your body integrate the movement you've just done instead of rushing to the next task. In fact, one of the best ways to balance activity and recovery is to follow the rhythm of your body, not the clock. Some people feel more energized in the morning, others in the afternoon. Notice when you feel strongest and schedule your movement during that window. It'll feel easier, more enjoyable, and your body will thank you for working with it instead of pushing against it. Now let's pause for a moment and reflect on this shift. What we're doing here isn't about stopping movement. It's about making it smarter, more nourishing, more age-appropriate, because the truth is you don't need to walk 5 miles a day to stay healthy after 70. You just need to move with intention, with variety, and with kindness toward your body. And the last piece I want to bring in here is the emotional side of movement. A lot of people over 70 feel a pressure to keep up with their past self, with younger people around them, or even with advice from books and doctors. But here's the thing, you've earned the right to slow down and be selective. Your movement can be joyful. It can be peaceful. It doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. It just has to feel right for you. So next time you step outside, don't walk to burn calories or hit a number on your fitness tracker. Walk to feel the breeze on your face. Walk to loosen your joints. Walk to breathe. And when your body says that's enough, listen. Then maybe sit, stretch, and smile, because you're aging with wisdom, not wear and tear. Let's keep going, because at the end of the day, this stage of life isn't about pushing harder. It's about living smarter. You've spent decades caring for others, working through stress, rushing through routines. Now is the time to slow down, not in movement, but in mindset. To focus not just on how far you walk, but how fully you live. Let's talk about something most exercise plans overlook: your breath. It might not seem like a big deal, but how you breathe can dramatically affect how your body responds to any kind of movement, walking included. As we get older, our breathing tends to become shallow, especially during longer activities. We get used to pulling air only into the upper chest, which limits oxygen flow and makes us feel tired faster. But here's the powerful part. If you shift to deep diaphragmatic breathing, you can increase energy, lower your heart rate, and even calm inflammation. Try this the next time you're walking or stretching. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, letting your belly rise. Then exhale gently through your mouth for a count of 6. Not only will your body feel more supported, but your nervous system will begin to relax. You may even feel lighter on your feet, as if each step carries less effort. Now pair that kind of breathing with mindful movement, and you've unlocked something special. You're no longer just exercising, you're recharging your body. You're signaling to your muscles, I'm safe, I'm strong, and I'm steady. That's the kind of signal your body loves to respond to. It builds resilience without wear and tear. You see, the goal isn't to avoid movement altogether, it's to replace strain with strategic variety. Think of your body like a garden. If you only water one area, say walking and more walking, the other parts start to dry out. But if you rotate your care, introduce new ways of moving, and keep things fresh, the whole garden thrives. So instead of walking every day on autopilot, mix it up. Maybe Monday is a 10-minute walk and a balance session. Tuesday is a short stretch with a friend. Wednesday, you do light strength training with water bottles. Movement becomes a menu, not a chore. And don't forget joy. That's the secret ingredient no one puts in fitness plans, but should. When was the last time you danced around the living room? Or played with your grandkids on the floor without worrying about how you get back up? or just swayed your hips to your favorite old song while making tea? These moments count. They're gentle on your body but rich in vitality. They wake up muscles and flood your brain with feel-good chemicals that literally slow the aging process. Another piece that's often overlooked is social movement. Walking alone can be lovely, but sometimes a short walk with a friend or neighbor does more than an hour alone ever could. Why? Because conversation engages your brain. Laughter lowers cortisol. Companionship reminds you that you're not doing this journey alone. And even if it's just once a week, that shared connection becomes a kind of nourishment all its own. Of course, there are days when movement feels hard. Maybe it's rainy. Maybe your joints are acting up. Maybe motivation is low. And that's okay too. Aging gracefully isn't about forcing yourself to be perfect. It's about showing up for yourself with kindness. On those days, choose gentle restoration, light stretching, a warm bath, a few deep breaths in a chair with your eyes closed. Those moments are healing. They prepare your body for tomorrow instead of punishing it for today. Now let's pull everything together. We started with the idea that walking too much after 70 can actually wear your body down, especially if it's done the wrong way. Too long, too hard, too often. And we've explored better ways: shorter, smarter walks, strength and balance work, postural awareness, rest, breath, joy. You don't need a pedometer to tell you how you're doing. Your body already knows. And here's the most important part. You have nothing to prove. Not to your younger self, not to anyone else. The way you move now isn't about comparison. It's about care. Movement should make your life easier, not harder. It should build you up, not break you down. And if you listen closely, you'll start to notice what makes you feel better, brighter, more you. Maybe you start feeling steadier on your feet when you brush your teeth one-legged every morning. Maybe your mood lifts after 10 minutes of dancing in the kitchen. Maybe your knees stop aching after you shorten your walks and stretch your calves. These are not small wins. These are signs of aging well, of doing the little things that make a big difference. And if you've been struggling, if you've felt tired, sore, or just plain frustrated trying to stay active the way you used to, please know this: it's not your fault. You haven't failed. The world simply hasn't offered you the right roadmap. But now you have it, a gentler, wiser, more joyful way to move forward. So I'll leave you with this. Don't walk harder, walk smarter. Move like you love your body, not like you're trying to fix it. Listen, adapt, and give yourself grace. You've earned it. If this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it. Have you made a change in your routine recently that's helped your body feel younger, stronger, or more alive? Drop it in the comments. Let's learn from each other. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more honest, practical ways to age well and feel great doing it. Here's to walking lighter, living brighter, and thriving in every step you take, no matter how big or small. You know, one of the most beautiful things about this stage of life is the freedom to redefine what health means for you. Not what a magazine says, not what some 30-year-old fitness guru insists on, but what actually feels right in your body right now. And maybe that's the biggest lesson of all. Aging isn't a decline, it's a transition into deeper wisdom, greater awareness, and more meaningful choices, including how you choose to move. And if there's one thing I hope you've taken from this conversation, it's that movement isn't about checking a box or meeting a quota. It's about giving your body what it truly needs to thrive, not just survive. So let's take a step back for a moment. When we talk about walking too much, we're not blaming the act of walking. Walking in its healthiest form is wonderful, but it can't be the only tool in the toolbox. And it certainly shouldn't become something that drains you or leaves you feeling worn out. Too much of even a good thing, when done without balance, can turn against you. What your body craves now is intentional variety. It craves movements that wake up forgotten muscles, gentle stretches that unlock stiffness, exercises that train your body to stay upright, stable, and safe. And yes, it still enjoys walking, just in doses that match your energy and needs. Let me share something I heard recently from a 76-year-old woman who had been walking 3 miles every morning for years. She said, "I kept walking out of habit, even when it started making my knees throb and my hips ache. I thought pain was just part of staying active. But when I swapped one long walk for two shorter ones and added a bit of yoga and chair strength training, something amazing happened. My pain faded. I had more energy. I even started sleeping better. It was like my body had been waiting for me to listen. That story isn't rare. In fact, it's more common than you think. Sometimes we push through pain because we believe that slowing down means giving up. But in truth, slowing down with intention is often the bravest and smartest thing you can do. It's not about doing less. It's about doing better. And better often starts with listening. Listening to the small signals, like that little ache in your ankle or the way your feet feel heavier at the end of the day. Listening to your breath when it feels shallow or rushed. Listening to that quiet voice in your head that says, maybe today we need something gentler. That kind of listening leads to wisdom, and wisdom leads to movement that heals. Now let's look at one more piece that doesn't get talked about enough, your environment. Where you move matters. Is your walking path full of cracks, uneven surfaces, or noisy traffic? Does it feel peaceful and calming, or are you bracing yourself with every step? Sometimes the stress of your environment makes your body tense without you even realizing it. Consider this. Would you feel more rejuvenated after a 15-minute walk through a quiet park with trees and birds, or a 45-minute walk through a noisy, crowded parking lot? The answer is obvious. Nature calms the nervous system, reduces inflammation, and supports healing. So even if your walk is shorter, if it's done in a soothing environment, your body will respond more positively. And don't be afraid to redefine what movement means. Watering the garden? That's movement. Stretching with a gentle smile? Movement. Playing a slow game of catch with your grandkids? Absolutely movement. You don't have to earn your health by sweating or walking endlessly. You just have to move with intention and with care. And while we're here, let's talk about something beyond physical health, emotional resilience. When you're kind to your body, when you listen to it and honor it, you send a message to yourself that says, I'm still in this. I still matter. My body is still worthy of care. That simple shift in mindset creates emotional strength. And emotional strength is deeply connected to physical longevity. People who feel good about themselves, who feel empowered in their daily choices, tend to live longer, experience less chronic pain, and recover faster from illness or injury. So yes, smarter movement helps your joints and muscles, but it also helps your heart in every sense of the word. I want you to walk away from this video not with a list of rules or restrictions, but with a sense of possibility, a sense that your body can still surprise you even now, that it can become more balanced, more flexible, even stronger than you thought. Not because you pushed harder, but because you moved with love, attention, and respect. Aging isn't about decline, it's about refinement. And your body even now is capable of amazing things. You don't need to keep up with your younger self. You just need to be fully present with who you are today and honor that person with every step, every breath, every stretch. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to pause right now, take one deep breath, and smile at how far you've come. Let go of the pressure, let go of the guilt, and embrace the new way forward. Now, if you found value in this video, please consider hitting the like button so YouTube knows to share this with others like you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This space is dedicated to your health, your confidence, and your peace of mind. And if you feel comfortable, share your thoughts in the comments below. How has your relationship with movement changed after 70? What small shift has helped you feel more energized or more grounded? You never know, your story could be the encouragement someone else needs to hear today. Thank you for spending this time with me. Keep moving, keep listening, and above all, keep honoring the incredible body that's carried you through so much. You deserve to feel good, to feel strong, and to feel proud every single day. Here's to walking smarter, living brighter, and aging on your terms.